The topic of a light skin wake up call has been on my mind, and I want to share my thoughts on it because I think that a lot of light skinned folks are under an illusion of inclusion. They believe that just because a certain group includes them in some aspect, that that means that they are a part of that group, and that couldn't be further from the truth. This video is going to cover light skinned men, but on the next one, I'm going to cover light skinned women. To start, all light skinned men at some point in their lives receive their light skin wake up call. And all the light skin wake up call is the point where you realize that you are different from the majority of people around you. You may come to this realization on your own, but most times it's brought to your attention by someone else or another group of people. And I think it's at this point where you determine what kind of man you will become. Since we have the human condition to be social, we tend to align ourselves with groups that we are around and groups that we kind of find similarities in. This is why when you are out and about, you may see some light skinned men adopt some traits that you may find in Black America, or you may see them mimic traits that you see in white America as well. Now, the illusion of inclusion comes in when, we may end up being accepted into a certain group of other men, but the wake up call usually comes around when the subject of women comes. No other group of men are going to sit there and be happy with a light skinned man coming in there and being friendly with the women. So usually this is the wake up call and it's very constant, but we choose to ignore it. But regardless of whatever identity that he chooses to adopt, make no mistake about it, these other groups don't really respect you. You will never be one of them. So I would advise any light skinned man out there to just be yourself. It's easier that way and more self fulfilling that way. But I know that that comes with its own challenges too. I would advise light skinned men to, study your past and what you've been through in your life. And then study other light skinned men and study how they navigated this world and study their past. There are a lot of great examples out there to choose from, so you shouldn't have a hard time with that. My whole point of this video is once you get to a point where you are no longer concerned with being a part of some other group and just being yourself and not trying to fit in with the status quo, then congratulations. Consider yourself a leader.